Rob Doster here. I got Terrence Oglesby. I got Jeff Goodman. We got to talk about the game. We got to talk about San Diego State. We got to talk about Creighton. We're going to get into the Aztecs here in a little bit, but I want to start on the foul call because that has been the talking point.
Yeah, people are not thrilled with my take.
Not thrilled. No one's thrilled about it. Creighton fans are not thrilled, period.
Period.
But let's dive into, let's set the stage a little bit. Physical basketball game.
Right.
Tie score, 6.7 seconds left. San Diego State ball. Ball comes into Darian Trammell, drives into the lane, throws up a floater. Ryan Nemhard contests with the right hand, got his left hand on his hip. As Trammell lands, he lands and falls to the left. Foul call gets whistled, goes to the line, makes 1 or 2, game over.
Yep.
I'm going to start with you, Jeff. Was it a foul? Was it the right call? Where do you stand?
I mean, it's clearly a foul. I mean, he had his hand on him like this. You like that?
Don't touch me.
You did a little too much. But it wasn't like a kind of.
Talking to
the
mic.
It was clear. It was clear.
Yeah.
He didn't just touch him. He had him. He had him. I'm not sure how much it impacted, but again, you got to call that. You have to call that.
You have to call it. Right. Yeah, no question. You have to call it. Guys, here's the thing. They say, well, it wasn't being called all game, and I grant you that. It was a physical basketball game. That being said, you can't completely dislodge somebody up in the air. And for everybody who's saying, well, it wasn't called like that the whole game, that's not a point of emphasis for officiating crews.
I hate people who say that also. It wasn't. Well, how many of those exact plays were there?
Not many.
Right. That's
Somebody
what I'm
shot it
saying.
and they were moved?
Right.
Come on, guys.
Right.
Let's be better. I know you're upset, Creighton fans, whatever. I don't care. It was a foul.
It was a foul.
And if you're looking at it objectively, and we are, I don't care who wins.
No, I don't have a dog in
Creighton,
the fight.
I don't have a bet.
Right.
I don't have nothing.
Today's episode is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, the easiest place to play college basketball pick'em, where you can get a little extra sweat during March Madness and win real cash prizes simply by picking player stats in this weekend's games. In pick'em, all you do is predict whether a player will go higher or lower on Underdog's projected totals, whether that's points, rebounds, whatever. For example, if you're like me and you think Zach Edey is going to go nuts in this tournament, pick higher on his points projection, add up to 4 more picks, and if you hit them all, you can win 20 times your money on a single game. Underdog's slick mobile app is easy enough that dummies like Jeff Goodman have even figured it out. So go to UnderdogFantasy.com or download the app and use the code FIELD, F-I-E-L-D, and Underdog will match your deposit up to $100. Now is the time to get in on the madness. So remember, UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code FIELD.
Right. Creighton, San Diego State. I got no horse in that race. Here's the thing. He goes up in the air. He's dislodged. He's moved away. This is not – referees don't look at it like, well, I've let it go all day. I'm going to let it go. No. Every play is its own individual play. That's how it's been described to me. That's how it's been described to the officiating.
And the ref
crew.
had a great angle on that.
Lee Castle,
right. Great
he
angle.
will stare you straight in the face and make the call that needs to be called.
Yeah.
That dude ain't no punk. I guarantee it. And he showed it once again. He's done this all year. If it comes down to the end of the game, into the shot clock, whatever, he's got no qualms about making that right call and looking you dead in the face when he does it.
Yeah, you could see the angle. There's a camera angle directly behind the official's head. And what you see is the left hand, around Nemhard's left hand on the dude's hip, landing and falling to his left. That's going to get called every single time. Now, I do sympathize with the Creighton fans that said, why wasn't this called all game? Creighton is the team that wants a little bit more of a free-flowing offense. If you're going to have a game where you're not calling hand checks, where you're not calling that anywhere else on the floor, then I understand why they're frustrated.
Sure.
Having said that, it was a foul.
It was a foul.
It was a foul. I don't –
And again, I say it all the time. Lee Castle's refereeing this game, and he's going to be evaluated on every call. Mm-hmm. And it will also determine whether or not he is officiating next week.
So let me ask you guys this. If that is not called a foul, if nothing is called, he misses and it goes to overtime, are San Diego State fans sitting here saying that should have been a foul?
Of course.
They should have called that a foul.
I'm sick and tired. I get it all the time.
I don't think that they would be.
Yes, they are. Of course they are.
That's the one, because I don't think if you watch that.
You're wrong. They're complaining. Rob, both sides complain no matter what. No matter what, they complain.
I just don't think that you look at that and you say it wasn't a foul if you're a San Diego State fan. They wouldn't have complained about it.
They're going to complain
about that.
Rob, come on.
Are they going to complain?
You know why? Because it was clean up top. That's why. There was no foul up top.
There's going to be a replay.
Yeah.
You see the replay.
Right, there was a foul. And people would have complained
Exactly.
regardless. One way or the other, people would
Trust
have
me.
complained.
That's what fans do.
Yep.
They complain when they lose. They complain about the
Hey,
officials.
let's blame
Yes.
let's blame the officials, not Creighton going 2
Always.
for 15 from 3.
Every single game.
Let's complain about that.
Right.
Well, no, one, you're correct. Two, the
Right.
reason they went 2 for 15 from 3 is
Why? Because they were being dislodged out of the air?
No, it's because what San Diego State does defensively. So let's talk about San
It's
Diego
actually
State.
because